Hi, my name is Fatih Yunal, and I have the pleasure to work with the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty Initiative, using data science and AI to mitigate climate change risks. Now, while the world is still grappling with the current pandemic, another threat is hiding in plain sight. In 2020, climate action failure surpassed weapons of mass destruction in terms of both impact and likelihood, making it the greatest risk facing the world today. And yet, while the world has long recognized the threats posed by weapons of mass destruction, by implementing international non-proliferation treaties, fossil fuels are not mentioned once in the Paris Agreement, the international roadmap for climate change mitigation. The Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty Initiative seeks to change how we treat and narrate fossil fuels to better reflect the risks they objectively pose. The initiative is a global network of scientists and hundreds of non-governmental partners that pushes for a fair and fast phase-out of fossil fuels. To this end, the initiative uses high-level diplomatic engagements, conducts research, and facilitates strategic, coordinated action. To achieve these goals, the initiative seeks to track the current state of fossil fuel policies requiring massive amounts of data on a global scale. The goal of my work is to use data science and AI to assist the initiative achieve its goals. Allow me to walk you through the process of how the tracking of fossil fuel policies has been done until recently. First, dozens of individuals around the globe searched dozens of websites for relevant fossil fuel policies. Then, this data is manually entered into Excel spreadsheets. Finally, once all the data has been collected, members of the initiative then disseminate their findings. As you can see, the process is time-consuming and therefore expensive. It is entirely manual. And perhaps even worse, it is slow, and insights gained from the data are not immediately actionable. Yet the time for climate action is now. So this is how the work was done up until recently. Let me show you what is possible from here on after. So I've built an automatic policy tracking and mapping application. Here you can see a screenshot of the front end of the application. Stakeholders can now simply visit the website and are presented with a high-level summary of relevant policies up to the current date, as shown on the top. Hovering over the map, you can see some key statistics, and on the bottom right, data can be filtered by different policy types and levels. Clicking on a specific country on the map brings you to another tab, providing a country profile with further key statistics, where you can easily download all visualizations, as well as find more detailed information and sources of specific policies. The entire database can be filtered and downloaded, of course. But how does this all work behind the scenes? Well, everything is implemented in R and is running on a server hosted by the initiative. I collect policy data by automatically scraping relevant websites and crowdsourced entries, for example, and everything is stored in a database. Then, a program I wrote reaches into the database and processes the data. Importantly, to control for data reliability, I have programmed an artificial neural network, which I will explain shortly. Finally, once all the information is processed and quality checked, the visualizations and statistics that you saw earlier are produced and presented. As I mentioned before, given that this application will be used in high-level diplomatic settings, ensuring data quality is of paramount importance. To this end, I built an independent artificial neural network which takes data as input and produces labels to classify these as either fossil fuel, adaptation, or non-policies with a certain probability. The results of our model evaluation show an overall accuracy of 83%, indicating a precision of 91% and a recall of 89% for fossil fuel policies, the types of policies that we are interested in. So to summarize, the app I developed has a positive impact in the following ways. First, We can now provide real-time and reliable insight into policy developments so that stakeholders can react to these in a more timely fashion. Secondly, the technological infrastructure is built with freely available software at no additional cost. It saves a lot of time, so the initiative can focus on action rather than information gathering. But perhaps most importantly of all, the fight against climate change, championed by the tireless individuals with whom I had the pleasure to working with, gets a little easier. Thank you very much.